All right, let's see if we get this fired back up, guys. I don't know what happened. Not sure what happened at all. I went to go put my baits out and I come back and somebody said buffering and I seen myself on camera not moving. And I closed out the app and reopened it and it asked me if I wanted to resume the stream. And it started firing back up. And then out of the blue it just said unable to connect. So I gave it a few minutes and here we are. Thanks for coming back in, guys. I was thinking about getting a German. Yeah, they're nice pups. Very loyal, very obedient. She listens real good. She's just sitting here by my feet. Some of the groundskeepers came up and said hi to me while we was off screen. Talked to me for a little bit. They was checking out the KATCHETs and checking out the puppy. And internet is down in North Carolina as well. I wonder what happened. Maybe it's due to inclement weather. Well, right now I've got a bait down this side along the bank about 10 feet off the bank. Got another bait down this side about 10 feet off the bank. We're going to give that a little bit. Haven't got any nibbles yet. It's going to be a slow day. Got low pressure, super cloudy. It was supposed to be sunny. Maybe I'm just not having good luck today. Let's get on them. You ain't kidding. I hope I get one. This will be the last time I get to fish probably for a while. Wind blew my tripod over. Oh, hold on, guys. Over here, Mia. Let me set you guys back in here. Pop my phone out and everything. See, when I was trying to set this up, one of the clamps actually. So now it's kind of sensitive. Let's see if I can fix this without it busting off. One of those days, guys. Good girl, Mia. Alright, there we go. Excuse me while I kiss the sky. Appreciate the thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, maybe consider subscribing. I don't know how often we're going to get to put videos out this year. I was going to do a production video today, but I left all my camera gear at home, getting in a rush. I had it all packed in the backpack, ready to go. A little more over, can't see the other rod. Let's see if I can. There we go. Hope that's better. I had it all packed up in the backpack, got all my filming gear ready to go, left it on the bed. That's what happens. You go too long without fishing and you finally get a chance to do it and you get super excited and then you forget all kinds of things. I think maybe next I'll try just putting one bait right out in front. Bring it in a little bit, reel it in some, and then put another one back out in the middle somewhere. There's not really much cover anywhere in here. And there's not much depth change, so everything's just kind of roaming around. And all the big fish that I've caught in my years of fishing here has been more outwards, not close to the bank. I catch a lot of smaller eater size close to the bank. My biggest flatheads I've caught here, 15, 20, 32 pounders. They were out in the middle. But it was also really sunny too, most of those days, come to think of it. Who knows? That's the best part about fishing though. You can try all you want and think of whatever variable you can. Maybe you did something wrong. Maybe you should have cast it a few feet to the left or used a different bait. You know, there's some luck to it, like that movie, like that TV show says, that guy says in that video, you know, there's luck to it, but you don't know by how much. My leech situation back under control. Watching those groundskeepers over there in the parking lot behind the camera. He's a good puppy. I was thinking about going fishing yesterday, but the river is high. Yeah, the Ohio River is blown out. That's why I'm here. I was going to go to the Ohio River or the Great Miami. I was going to go somewhere nice and open for her to walk around, like near the fitness center by High Street Bridge. Plenty of room for her to normally walk around under normal conditions, but all that walk around room is underwater. And I was thinking about going to the Anderson Ferry area on the Ohio River, where it's just a bunch of sandy beach near the old abandoned barges. Try to fish around there, but the river's up like 20 feet. So I couldn't do that. East Fork's too far of a drive to take a pup to the good places. There's some good spots there too. But it just had to be puppy safe and feasible to haul all my stuff to. Man, do I got a frog in my throat. Go. How many of you guys got to go to the Catfish conference? I'm sure we've seen some of you guys down there. I know we was there. Trophy trash fishing. I hope we got to speak to you and say hi to you. There was a lot going on down there at that venue. If you guys haven't been in the Catfish conference, I would highly recommend you go. There's nothing else like it on the planet. Reel them in just a little bit and see what happens. Nope, I've been trying to put a bug in my wife's ear to go next year. This year would have been the good chance to go. They had 6 other shows going on, including a car show, a gun and knife show, I believe. And they also had a big, huge flea market type thing going on, like Trader's World, but on steroids. So maybe she could have went to go to that, and you could have got to enjoy the Catfish conference. Cool. Loving on me. It's nice to see a good takedown. Land on your belly. Rub your belly. Thought I seen a turtle head pop up. Bought a couple of the bobbers and my nephew one of your shirts with the worm on the back. Oh, you like those? I hope they do good for you. We're waiting on more bobbers to come in, ship into stock. We got an inventory of 150 of them coming on the way. We're gonna have about 150 of them coming in to be made. Then we'll have more back in stock on the website. We got the KATCHETs in stock on the website. We got about 100 of those. No, about, let's see. Should have 92 of them, if I'm not mistaken. And 10% of every purchase from a KATCHET goes to Heroes Outdoor Therapy, by the way. We donate 10% of the sales from those to go to Heroes Outdoor Therapy so Leslie and Troy can help do things for veterans and support the veterans. And they come with a lifetime warranty too. I'm already ready for the next Catfish conference. Sun's trying to come out. You guys got to get out and catch any big fish yet this year? Lord knows I haven't got to be able to get out too much yet. This might be the last. Not sure what happened. Said YouTube stopped working. I might have to go back to Camera 5 Live, man. I'm not liking that it keeps crapping out like this. Between being a dad and the puppy here, and me and the wife are actually going to be adopting a baby here soon. It could be born at any time, so that's going to be happening. And then the whisker sticks, owning whisker sticks, and then working full time on top of that. It's kind of hard to get time to get out and fish. What I seen today was going to get up to a high of 67, and it was supposed to be sunny, and just looked like nice weather. So I figured I would try to come out for at least a couple hours. Not yet. Rock River here in Dixon, Illinois is still high. Yeah, the rivers are still high. Tomorrow we got thunderstorms all day. So it's going to go up again. Probably in about a week or so around here in Cincinnati, it'll be back down to normal. Probably should have went on the other side where the wind's not in my face. I kind of like fishing with the wind in front of me because it pushes a lot of stuff to me, but when it's still chilly like this, I'd rather be without. Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. How much are the rod holders you have, Mike? These are $55 to get on the website. They come in 3 colors: neon green, midnight black, and hot pink. They They come with the limited lifetime warranty for as long as you own them, and 10% of the sales goes to Heroes Outdoor Therapy. Oh, there's 2 Lawrenceburgs, huh? I think there's 2 different Cincinnatis too. Caught 3 small blues in Creek and Lawrenceburg. Nothing huge, all around 5 pounds, but still good to get out. Trying again today. But good luck to you, man. There's been times I've came here and not got a nibble the whole time. There's been times I've come out here and can't keep a rod in the water for more than 5 minutes. Depends on the day. There's a day I came here and caught like 5 or 6 fish in 2 hours. Other time, that time I caught that 32, it was the only one I caught the whole day. It was the only bite I got the whole day. So I'm cool with that. I'll check it out after this is over. I need to watch my time. 11:50. Okay, so we got till about 2 o'clock. So we got a couple hours to go. I'm doing good at battery. I got a 61% battery. I love these Note 9s for their battery life. Clouds are starting to finally go away. I think this is when the temperatures start to rise. Maybe this will be the factor we need. This is a really shallow lake. It's only about 4 or 5 feet deep at its max depth. Some of it's 2 to 3 feet. Glenn's Catfishing Adventures, how you doing? What's the matter, baby? You see the goose? You see those geese? No, can't have the geese. I got it. Oh, yeah. I got the stick. I got the stick. What's up, man? Good luck. Now, we haven't had any luck yet. I'm hoping it'll change soon. The sun's coming out. The wind's picked up just a hair. No more reflective water. All the water's pretty shaken up now. We did have a bit of rain this morning before I got here. So it's starting to get nice. Starting to get comfortable. Maybe that sun will warm up the water a few degrees and get them a little more active. It's been a little while, so I'm going to try to recast. See what we get. Everything, just chilling. Hanging out with her stick. That should be not too far from a ledge where it gets a few inches deeper. Maybe we'll see if that can make a difference. All you can do is just keep trying different things, especially when you're bank fishing. And something with no current, no coverage, no depth change, and a huge variety of species. All you can really do is just keep trying to hit or miss. Kind of like shooting in the dark. What's up, Tiger Muskie? It'd be funny if I hook into a big one and I got her strapped to me and she's got me lined up in circles, and next thing I know I'm falling on my butt. That'd make for another good outtake video. How many? 0. Got 2 rods. They both got a little bit of glowworm and a cut bluegill on them. Hey Mike, how you doing? Must be lunch break. Tell my dad to say hi. Never been to a lake before. Good girl. Hook the leash on the KATCHET. We can see what happens. She might get tied up to him. It's pretty close to the water. I do need to mention I don't have them down all the way. They can go down about another 6 inches or so if you catch a fish. Oh, hook it to the KATCHET. I get you. Well, she's tied to it now. I don't know if you guys can see. That's my puppy Mia. This tripod kind of sucks. She's got her stick and she's happy. Check this out. Well, she was thrashing like crazy. She was slinging that stick all over the place. So when I'm not fishing with the rod holder, I can use it to tie my dog up in the backyard, right? Sure. Give it a shot. I don't know how big or fast your dog is or how powerful. Now she's getting rowdy. Multi-use rod holder, love it. She's a good looking pup. Thank you very much. We're right next to that siren. I had no idea that ever was there until just now, and I've fished here my whole life. Maybe them groundskeepers are just messing with me. My personal best catfish is a 9-pound catfish. Nothing wrong with that. Doesn't matter how big it is, the fact that it made you happy when you caught it and gave you a good memory is what it's about. Yeah, they're multi-use, guys. They're you can tie your stringers to it. If you're fishing off a pier, for guys who are around here and like to fish the Kentucky side of Meldal Dam, that pier you got there, you could actually put these with the spade sideways up against the rod, or up against the rods, and maybe use some gear ties or pipe clamps or something, and you can hold them that way. Cole Raiders, what's up? We got some Raiders in here. What's up, Cole's Outdoors? I guess Cole finished his stream and they're all hopping in here. That's cool. Not catching any fish yet. Haven't got a bite yet. We're trying out the KATCHET, showing them off to you guys. This is our new rod holders here. And we're just enjoying being outside. I got my puppy here with me. If you guys are just tuning in, that's my puppy Mia. She's like, what do I say, 15, 16 weeks? I forget, my wife knows. She's still young. Getting her outside, getting her socialized. Different experiences, so hopefully she can be a new fishing buddy. My other dog, Bo, he likes to chase the geese too much. So he's a little more finicky to take with me sometimes. She's pretty mellow. We'll see how she gets if we actually get to bring a fish in. Better than a good day at work, yep. It's nice to catch the fish, but that's not why I like doing it. I like coming out here to just be out here. You know, just enjoy being outside, get some fresh air, get away from the TV screens and Xboxes and the noise. Peace of mind and peace and quiet. About every 10 minutes or so, I'll be checking the baits and tossing them out somewhere different. This is the time of year where stuff's just starting to wake up. Flatheads aren't too active yet. So my best odds are catching a channel cat here. There's flats and blues in here. Channel cats are probably my best option besides carp. got to go to them. You can't wait for them to come to you when you're bank fishing, especially if you're dedicated to one spot, which I kind of am right now with the puppy and tripod and stuff. I don't want to move around too much. So you just got to keep throwing around different ranges, different depths, different baits, different locations. See what happens. She wants to drink that water bad. Okay. Make sure let me get caught up here. That's why I go fishing, for the peace and quiet. You're absolutely right. You will catch fish, trust me. Key to me is relaxing. The catching of the fish is just a bonus. Bass in the house. Is it 1/2 inch thread, right-handed thread, where I can mount my monster rod holder on it? Yeah, it's a 1/2 inch right-handed thread. We don't have left-handed versions. But yeah, they're all 1/2-13 thread. That's the standard thread for most boat holders, Drift Master, Fish Bite, Monster Rod Holders, all the big brands. So whichever brand you want to use, we'll work on those as long as it's a 1/2-13 thread. Smackdown's even. We're going to be having an adapter coming out in the future where you can reduce it to a 3/8 if you have some aftermarket rod holders. And we're working on a T-bar system to come out too, so you can have multiples. And the T-bar is going to have thread reducers also, where you can go for from a 1/2 inch to a 1/4-20. So you can put stuff like tripod mounts or phone mounts or light boxes or any of that sort for filming purposes, or if you want a battery powered light box to go on there if you're night fishing and want some light instead of having to bring like a car battery or something. So they're going to be highly versatile. And then versatile. That's a George Bush word, versatile. And you got the spade on the bottom where you can bust up driftwood with it. It's got a dull beveled edge to it. It's not sharpened. You can sharpen it more if you want, but we leave that up to the guys when they get it to do it themselves. If you want it sharper, we put a blunt edge on it for safety. And it does just fine splitting up driftwood. You got some fallen tree branches or something you want to bust up. These things weigh about 4 pounds. So they're not too heavy, they're solid steel. So you can go check them out. Let's see. It does not come with a boat style rod holder yet. There's a possibility that we could have a combo in the future. Hey PD, how you doing? You need corn for carp, but a carp puts on a good fight too. I like to see that. What you fishing for, Tim? We're trying to get some channels or flatheads. There's known to be blues in here at different points of the year. Anything that'll bite, yeah, pretty much. Awesome invention, especially here in Texas where the ground is so hard. Yeah, these you just put your foot in and you shove them down, and they come with a 1/2-inch nut or a bolt, a hex head bolt, threaded into them already when you get them. So if you want to take a mallet and hit them from the top, make sure you got that bolt in, otherwise you'll mushroom the threads. Otherwise you can just hit on the top of the loop even too. Got to go to the river if I want to see water. I know how that feels. Green commented on corn for carp. Corn's a good bait too. Something else that works specifically here is vanilla, mashed up cornflakes with vanilla. Make little cornflake balls. And you can do them with a hair rig or a 2-hook rig or even a treble hook. And you can light line them out there with maybe a small egg sinker or something, or a no roll. And carp here hit those pretty good. I think after about another 15 minutes or so, I'll try some fresh cut bait with the other bluegill. We'll see if that does any good. Still ice fishing in Omaha, Nebraska on the lake. Oh, wow. I'm ready for sun and sunscreen and sleeveless shirts. That's how I roll. Right here off to the side, guys. Might try seeing if I can get some bait. Some more bait here in a second, but I think I left my bait pole in the trunk. Puppy, what are you doing? She's just kind of chillaxing. What are you doing? You getting tired? What's the dog's name? Is Mia. Dee Dee, I still want to get with you about what we talked about down at the conference. Oh, Mom's in here. What's up, Mom? Appreciate all the thumbs up, guys. Shorts, tank tops, and flip-flops. Dog's name is Mia. She likes getting wrapped up in that other holder. This is actually Mia's first time at the lake. First time by water, period. Do you know what you're doing? Of course. Standing in the wind. This is bank fishing at a park pond, honey badger style. Trying to get down to that water. I think I got a solution. Let's do this. That way we can see both rods, and she can't walk into them. Where's the 20-pound flat disguised as 40-pounders? So you're referring to that comment on the video where I lost my rod. She's tugging hard on that catch it, isn't she? That flathead I caught, the scale read 44 is a digital scale. And I guess the guy commented and didn't believe that a scale was accurate. Said it was maybe 20. I beg to differ. I agree to disagree. a second. I'm gonna go try to put this real far down. Okay. Only using 2 ounces of weight, and I got the wind in my face, so it's hard to throw far. Y'all know me and Richard and Catfish Bill 66 fishing the tournament at the Santee Cooper this weekend. Good luck to you, PD. What time did you get out there this morning? We got out here about 10:30, so we've been out here about 2 hours. We've got till about 2 o'clock. What's up, Peel and Drag? Hope everybody's having an awesome morning. Almost lunchtime. Got to go, guys. PD, good luck to y'all this weekend. All right, Antique. We'll see you later, bud. Thanks for tuning in. We'll get lucky. Maybe not. Are you unemployed, or are you just called into work today and went fishing? Nice to be able to take a day off. Actually, I work second shift. So I go in I work 3:30 to midnight. Kids are in school. The wife works day shift. So I decided to take a break from doing some whisker stick stuff and actually try to enjoy some weather for a couple hours. The midget fisherman, you're so lucky to see open water. I'm in Minnesota. We are about to have a downpour of rain. I seen that storm on the radar. That will melt the snow, but not all the ice. I work second shift too. It's hard to fish for me. Yeah, I don't get to get out often. Chores to do during the day, and then trying to operate whisker sticks during the day and on the weekend. Filling your guys' orders, which mostly is Lena and Molly anymore. And taking care of the puppies. And we're getting ready to adopt the baby. The baby's due to be born any day now. Well, I should say taking custody for now. I don't know how all the specifics of it goes. My wife's handling all that. But we're taking on a newborn. So, not going to have much time left at all to fish here soon. It might be a good while before I get to get out again. Hello, froggers. Sorry, there's not a whole lot of action. I think my success rate's right up there with Northwoods Angling when Luke Henchis goes live. They catch them all the time when they do their production videos, and when you get out and go live and try to fish, it doesn't seem as action-packed, you know. But this is what happens. I'm 6 hours. I'm 6 to 2:30. Maybe I could hit a small goal today. What are you fishing for bait, and what species are you targeting? We're going after channel cats and flatheads. There's a potential for blues in here. There's a chance a big enough carp could swallow up my small cut baits and glurms. I got a couple glow worms and a small piece of cut bluegill on the hooks. Using 8/0 reapers and backstabber circle hooks from Hooker's Terminal Tackle. I've got a white medium heavy catch to fever rod, big cat fever rod on this KATCHET, and on the other one is the Muddy River flathead rod. They both got 6500 C3s on them, and they're both spooled up with 30-pound slime line. Keeps trying to dig where I have my foot over that bluegill head before I got to put it on the hook. Yeah, dog's digging a hole. This is what you call real fishing. That's right. And she's digging there because when I had my cut bluegill pieces, I set one on the ground and she was trying to get at it, so I put my foot over it. And I guess I stomped it in the ground a little bit so she smells where the bluegill was. I guess she thinks she's still trying to get it. Here, baby. Come here, please. You can hang out by me. There we go. Catch a biggin'. I'm trying. I'll be fishing the Santee Monster Cut Tournament this weekend as well. Good luck, man. I was gonna do a full production video and pre-recorded stuff, but I left my camera stuff at home. Got in a hurry to get out of here and forgot about it. Then it was raining, so then I got gloomier. The local bait shop I tried to go to, Bears Bait and Tackle, they weren't open. So then I got even gloomier. I went to the local Ameristop to try to buy worms. They didn't have any, so I got even gloomier. And then he said, well, hold on, I might have some glowworms in the back. They're probably half dead though. I said, okay. So he came back out, and he had one box. He said, there's only about 4 of them alive in there. I'll just let you have these. So he gave those to me for free. I said, I don't care if it's dead or alive. I'll use them. Caught a couple bluegill with them. And came out here, it was still cold and windy, so I was like, man, I don't know if I want to even try to go live. I don't have my camera here. I'm kind of glad I did. I wanted you guys to be able to see the catch it. I didn't know how it would work out with the puppy being all over the place. She's trying to run around forever and ever. She's got tons of energy. She's really trying to get a hold of my cast net. Oh. Thought I was chasing her. Yanked it right out of my hand. You should be tired by now. I hope you guys have some good luck down at Santee Cooper. Where are you going? She's trying to find somewhere to use the bathroom. Oh, never mind, she found it. Good girl. That's why she was all in a panic. Girl me up. This is fishing with a puppy that's still learning. She'll get tired in about 10 years. Brian, you are not kidding. We have a male German Shepherd. His name's Bo. He's about 2 years old. And he's 10 times more wired than she is. Catfishing with Slim. How you doing? Thanks for coming in. We're just enjoying being outside and introducing the pup to some new smells and visuals and experiences. She likes to go clockwise in a circle. Not sure what that's about. She never goes counterclockwise, it's always clockwise. They make good dogs, yeah they do. Shepherds are amazing animals. Highly intelligent. When we got her, she was 12 weeks. Depends on what breeders you get them from too. We got really good off with the breeder that we got her from. Worked with her with all the puppies every day. They came house trained and knew a couple of basic commands already. Got socialized really good. Good dogs. Time to switch up the baits though. Might have to try some fresh cut bluegill. Maybe some fresh worms on them too. Maybe do one that's just a glob of worms and the other one a bluegill, piece of bluegill. You know, I use your whisker sticks and put them on my dog's life vest. Because he has a habit of jumping out of my boat on the river at night to go after raccoons. Works good. I can find him in the water. That's awesome. There's thousands of ways to use them. I appreciate that, Mike. That's actually a new way of them being used that I haven't heard yet. I like the rod holder. Thank you. You can find them on our website. They're called the KATCHETs. This is your first time seeing them and you just joined in. They're $55 on our website, whiskersticksfishing.com. They don't come with the monster rod holders that I have on them. You have to have your own boat style rod holders. But we do that because we want you to be able to use whatever brand you like. So it'll take any half-inch style boat holder. And they come with a lifetime warranty, and 10% of the purchase goes to Heroes Outdoor Therapy. It's $14.99 shipping if you buy one because of the weight and how we have to pack them. But if you buy two of them, it automatically puts you over the $100 threshold for free shipping. Anything, no matter what you buy on our website, that totals over $100 subtotal, you get free shipping. So it's usually better to buy two if you don't want to pay the shipping. Hey, at PD, are you feeling better? PD, I didn't know you weren't feeling good. I thought my Big Cat Fever rod had a little tap to it, but it might just be the wind. Yeah, I think it's the wind blowing on the line. Because it had a slow bow to the tip of it. Yeah, now wind's picking up. Must be high pressure coming through. Just came in. What state are you fishing? Rip, we're in Cincinnati, Ohio at a public park called Triple Creek. It's just a bunch of baseball fields and a small fishing lake. Pond, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of in between. A couple acres. It's about 4 feet deep. Got a lot of different species from crappie, bass, bluegill, hybrids, carp, catfish, bullheads. There was a spoonbill living in here at one point. I don't know if the guy that caught the 50-inch spoonbill took him home for food or if he let him go back. I wasn't physically there for the catch, but I seen the newspaper article. It made the newspapers here locally. I don't know if he let him go or not. We're almost neighbors. I'm from Brookville. Pretty cool. I live in Coleraine Township. I don't think I've been out to Brookville to fish since I was a kid. I'd like to get back out there. I got a black lab. They love water and they love chasing raccoons along the riverbank. My dogs like squirrels. Bo, he likes trying to play with anything he sees. Doesn't matter. If it moves, he wants to play with it. And she's starting to pick that up from him. I'm your far, far, far away neighbor from Missouri. Now, is it one of those things like Louisiana where some people say Missouri, some people say Missouri? Like Louisiana and Louisiana? I know a lot of people frown on you if you say New Orleans or New Orleans. It's New Orleans. Ours is real easy. You can't say Ohio too many different ways. unless you're Chinese and telling somebody hello. Ohio. I put one on my wife's life vest, but I only have one life, one light. Misery. Missouri. I can see it being saying misery. It's funny how English seems like such a simple language, but it's probably one of the most complicated languages there is ever. That wind's actually blown my line so hard with it only being a 2-ounce weight that it's moved my bait and caused the line to go slack. I think it might be time to get that other bluegill cut up, put him out there. Boy, is it windy. Boy, is it windy. Alright, so that was kind of a little circus. A lot of people say Illinois. Wrong, that's for sure. Some people say Illinois, some people say Illinois, some people say Illinois. Hey Mike, how you doing? Alright, so we got some fresh cut bluegill on. Put one out right out in the middle of the lake. Then I put one down the side close to the bank. We'll see how that does for us. I think this is a new first for me, actually, in all my time just streaming and making videos. Not that I haven't been fishing with my dogs. I think it's the first time I've actually live streamed or attempted to live stream while having my dogs with me. Getting nice here. The kids out of school this week. Spring break. No fish yet. I can read text, but hard to see the names. Midget fisherman. No fish yet. I don't think the action's going to be hot today. Everything's warming up. Everything's still lethargic. This is real shallow, so it was down in the 30s overnight, so the water's probably pretty cold. This place is close to home, and in case something happened with her, I could get her back to the house real easy. So it's not the most ideal place to be fishing these type of conditions. I'd rather be down at the river trying to fish some slack waters. But it's a little too dangerous for a pup. If she got off my hand, off the leash or something, wanted to try to chase something into the river or dive after a floating stick, then probably wouldn't turn out too good. S is silent, yeah, Illinois. That's how I've always said it anyway. I say Illinois. Got one of the groundskeepers watching me over there. His name is Dave. He's sitting all the way back there at the park. Let's see if I can show you guys. Sitting on that little golf cart. Just hanging out, watching the park, making sure nobody's doing anything they're not supposed to be doing. My tripod's sitting back right. That back leg keeps wanting to collapse in. I gotta keep pressure on it, otherwise it'll fall over. It's like saying Louisville. Yeah. Some people say Louisville. Some people say Louisville. I say Louisville. Lots of U's. Some people say Louisville. Louisville Sluggers. Classic wooden baseball bat. I think she's finally tuckering out. She's just laying good at my feet now. I'm gonna drop the leash for now, see if she notices, see what she does. Throw me up. We've gotten bites, not been anything noticeable. We haven't got any takedowns. No bait's been stolen. Some of the worms have been kind of ripped ripped apart a little bit. That could be smaller fish or just from me casting. I made the mistake of saying Louisville. I say Louisville. Fun fact, did you know that Cincinnati used to go by other names? It used to be at one point Porkopolis, and then another point it was because it used to be a pork capital here, real high pork economy. I don't know if you guys heard of Conn's, you know, Conn's hot dogs, Conn's bologna. Conn's was here. Lena used to actually work for Conn's. So did my dad. So at one point in time, way, way long ago, it was called Porkopolis. And then it used to also be called Cincinnati. It wasn't always Cincinnati. There was also a time when I had hair and top teeth too. People seem really surprised by that. I figured it was pretty common knowledge by now. I thought everybody knew I had all my top teeth pulled a couple years back. We're all like, really? You don't have that? No? It's definitely gotten warmer out here, guys. Especially since the sun came out and I got this black hoodie on. Oh, it feels nice and comfortable now. The wind's dying down. Hopefully the water's going to warm up. Hopefully something takes a bait. Because I'm getting antsy. Last time I caught a fish was when we made that 2-part video series of bank fishing small rivers, tips and tricks with my mom. She caught no, I take that back. Last big fish I caught was that 44-pounder. That was after the small river videos. She caught that 14-pounder and I caught a little 2-3 pound channel cat. Then after that I caught that big flathead. I hope I catch one. I don't care how big it is. I want to see what she does to it. I want to see if she wants to try to sniff it, lick it all over, or try to eat it, or bark at it. It'd be funny. There's big fish in here. There's a 32-pound, well, it was a couple years ago, 32-pound flathead, so it's probably bigger now. Blues in the 30s range here. If they're still here, I have no idea. But they were at one time. I didn't see anybody take them home with them. That doesn't mean they couldn't have survived the winter or something, or died, be stuck in the mud, or got taken out by the groundskeepers. Last time I caught a fish was last year in November, man. I'm glad to know I'm not the only one who don't get to get out often. That's why I like watching these, doing and watching these types of live streams. If you don't get to be out there yourself, you at least get to live vicariously through someone else. I was really hoping to get to see some KATCHET action. Not today. But we still got time. Still got about another hour. I'm trying to give it no more than 20 minutes and each time I cast in a different area. once I stay on one spot, she's pretty content. And it's not till I get up and start moving around that she wants to get crazy moving. Art just swirled up right over here. Cast, I'm going to try to put this one close to the bank, maybe not even 10 feet out. And then I'll put that one out that way a little bit more towards the middle. I've caught most of them about a third of the way out to the middle area ring. Something else that works really good here, if you guys live around here and you're watching this later, if you're in the Cincinnati area and you want to try this spot out, just get some spring treble hooks or bare treble hooks. Try that sudden impact fiber bait that Team Catfish sells. You can get it at Bass Pro for I think $12 for a 24-ounce can. Just slap a bunch of that on a bare treble hook or some type of bait tube, or even take a spring. I used to take springs out of old pins that didn't work, put them on the shafts with smaller hooks, and I'd use that as a bait holder. It's got the consistency of peanut butter. It's like a cheese bait. It's got little fiber strings in it. That stuff works excellent here for catching channel cats. Don't want to cast too hard with it and fling it off. You don't want to crack a whip. I think I'm going to change locations one more time. I went out last month, went fishing up on Truman Reservoir in Missouri, and all I did was fight 2 inches of ice. Oh, that sucks. So one thing I like about Ohio, I mean, we get all 4 seasons in a day, in a week. It felt like winter this morning. Now it's feeling like spring. It'll feel like early summer by the time it gets to about 6 or 7 o'clock. I use G&S here. That's a good one. But we don't get real thick ice. Last time we got that kind of bad ice was in the 70s. The Ohio River actually froze completely solid. You could walk across it, drive cars across it. It was like minus 30 something, minus 40 something with horrendous wind chills. We haven't had a bitter cold like that since. We've had minus 20, minus 30 wind chills, but the air temp wasn't that bad. And it was only for like, I don't know, maybe a day or two. Strap this back on me. Recast them. Cheese bait, yep. Cheese bait's awesome. using them punch baits, fiber baits. You ain't got no single hooks, or you ain't got no treble hooks on you. Take some Scotch-Brite pads, like the Velcro shaped looking stuff. Cut them into little strips, and, not the steel wool ones, but cut those into some strips, maybe like 1/2 inch long or 1/2 inch wide, maybe about 1 inch or so long. Rig that onto your hook like a worm, like you would feed a worm onto it, and then punch that down into the punch bait, and that'll hold onto it. It washes off real easy once it's in the water, but it holds that odor and that scent really, really good. And I've caught flatheads doing that. Flatheads ain't just live bait. I've caught them on lures, I've caught them on swim baits, all by accident. It wasn't intentional. And none of them were huge. But I have caught flatheads on lures, and I did catch a 10-pounder one time on the Scotch-Brite pads, scented with sudden impact. I like the Sun and Impact versus the Secret 7 because it's got the fibers in it. It's essentially the same formula, it's just one's got fiber and one don't. A little hairy stuff. Come on, baby. Hey, bite. And after I leave here, I'll be packing up and heading back home and getting ready to go off to my regular job. I'm a chemical operator for a company called Du Bois Chemicals. I don't work at Japan Aerospace no more. They've actually been bought out by another company. It's under a different name now. I changed jobs back in September-ish. Been working there since on night shift. Pretty interesting job. You're being a good pup. Yes, you are. That wind put that bow on them lines and makes your rod tip bend. You think you're getting something after a while. Boy, is it nice out here. Fun little experiment. Wanted to see how she would do. Wanted to see how the KATCHETs would do. Haven't got to see him take a hit from a big fish yet. Well, maybe I have to try that on another lure. They hold the rods good. They hold the dog good. Run a mill for steel studding for buildings and stadiums. That's cool, man. Mom used to work for a company called Steelcraft over Blue Ash area. And I went and picked it. It's not so bad on the other side. We're about 3 feet higher up in elevation compared to over there, and there's a big, huge So like a prairie type field, brush field, and it stops a lot of that wind. It just combs over that and goes over your head and hits this bank. But it's also a lot farther of a walk to take all this gear and the dog and everything over. I'm itching to get out and try the new gear I got from the conference. I hope you like it. Do I turkey hunt? No, I don't. I haven't done any hunting. Hunting's not something I've ever really got into. Tried to go, I think I took one walk for squirrel hunting one time. And I've been with some of my in-laws out, my wife's brother and her dad. We went out to some fields to let their beagles run around and warm them up for chasing rabbits. But that was about it. What kind of gear are you using now? We have this white rod here is a medium heavy big cat feeder rod. Black rod over there is a Muddy River catfishing flathead rod. We're both sitting in the midnight black KATCHETs with monster rod holders, the 033 model. They're the metallic blue tip series monster rod holders. I've got a newer and an older 6500 C3 on each of the poles. We've got 30-pound slime line mono as the main line. It's got some Eagle Claw Walmart barrel swivels, some generic sinker slides, and this setup has a backstabber circle hook and the other one has a Reaper circle hook. Both are 8/0. And it's just some, for the leader I got 25-pound Mustad mono, which you can get at Walmart for my leader. I'm going to tighten that line up. That wind's blowing that kind of slack. Geese are laughing at me. Geese like laughing at me. We got tiny pieces of cut bluegill for bait. Probably about little quarter size chunks. Got a head and a little cut chunk. Pretty much used the whole bluegill in 2 cuts. You don't want to chase after those geese, puppy. You might not like what happens. They'll chase you back. Maybe I need to do a video like that sometime. What do you guys think? Do like a what's in my tackle bag type thing. Show you guys what I like to use and why. Give you my opinions on the gear. Maybe do some more tutorials instead of just fishing trips and streams all the time. It's been a while since I got to do a production video. How I like to tie my rigs maybe. Or maybe do a production version of how to clean and do repairs on Abu Garcia reels. Got some live streams covering a lot of this stuff, but not actual like production videos. Where I can get close up and show you the features on things with the cameras. And I can do voiceovers and B-roll while I'm showing you guys what you need to see. multiple camera angles so you can see from different views and whatnot. What are those holders you're using, Matthew? These are our KATCHETs. We had these on display down at the Catfish conference. We had them on our rod rack display. If you was at our booth down at the Catfish conference, you've seen all the rods hanging up in the air. We had a wooden rod rack on a table behind it. And on each end of it, we had KATCHETs up in the air. And that's what these are. You can get them on our website. We've had quite a few orders on them. They're pretty popular. And popularity's growing on them as more people get to know about them. Best rods. Oh, that's a tricky question. When it comes to any gear, this is just my opinion. When it comes to any gear, no matter what you're chasing after, what kind of fish you're targeting, the gear, I think, is best dictated dependent upon what type of body of water you're planning to fish, how many different varieties of bodies of water you're planning to fish. Going after one specific species all the time, like I like to go after catfish. So I've got a variety of rods myself. I've owned 10-foot rods, I've owned 8-foot rods, 7-foot rods, 7'6" rods. Some people like to use 12-foot rods for long range, like Catfish Dave. You need something that's going to be able to handle the power of the fish that you're catching. So any of these rods will do good. I've got a 10-foot nightstick that's my daughter's at home that she likes to fish with. I don't know if that wind's messing up my audio, guys, so let me know. Of having a big, huge pole for catching big fish. And she's caught small fish on it. You can go with something as cheap as a $20 setup from Walmart, the Shakespeare Tiger rods. Not catching anything yet. Thanks for coming in, Nasty. Bank fishing below dams. Well, these rods would do just fine. I don't know what kind of dam. If it's an overflow type dam or a locking dam system on a big river, something to handle big current, you're going to have to fight the fish in current. But the rod alone isn't everything. It's a combination of the strength of the rod. It's a combination of how you set your drag, what the drag capacity is for your reel. Whether you're using mono or braid, that's the best part about fishing. So many different variables and there's so many different options. It's kind of hard to have a right or wrong answer. We have been fishing since 8 a.m. and still ain't caught anything either. It's a slow day. I'm trying to knock my tripod over me. I'm trying to get out of the wind. She wants to sit behind me. These big cat fever rods work. They're a little more expensive. Same with the Muddy River Catfish rods, the flathead rods and the blue cat rods. They're a little pricey too, but I mean, you get what you pay for with good quality. You can go as basic as a $40 ugly stick or a Rippin' Lips rod. There's the B&M Silver Cat rods. If you want good reviews on what rods have different specs and the limits of them and things like that, Luke Nichols with Catfish and Carp has a great series. It's a multi-part series on different rod reviews. And he does things from the Mojo catfishing rods to other St. Croix models, Shakespeare models, Daiwas, Big Cat Fever, Tangle the Catfish. So all those different brands of rods, he has those out there. For the longest time ever, the only rods I ever used was Ugly Stick Catfish Series rods. They're $40. You can get them just about any outdoor store, Bass Pro, Dick's, Walmart. I think you might even be able to get them just a hair cheaper on catfishconnection.com. I don't know what their shipping is. But I'm partial to the Ugly Stick Catfish rods. They're my old faithful, if you will. I love my Big Cat Fever rod. But I actually won that as a prize on Catfish Weekly. I did purchase the Muddy River Flathead rod. I got that from Chris. I like that rod too. It's a little shorter, it's a little stouter. One-piece rods aren't my favorite thing being a bank fisherman, because normally the places I like to go to, there's a lot of hiking and getting into tight spaces, and I like to be able to break my two-piece rods down so I got more mobility. Plus I drive a Malibu, so they fit in my trunk. These rods here, they're awesome. They're super strong. They can handle just about anything. But with my situation, you gotta sit them in the front seat and feed them to the back seat, because I ain't got nowhere else to trim. So they work for me, but at the same time they don't. How big a fish will they hold? These here will hold just about anything you could try to catch in the United States. I've seen the Big Cat Fever rods fight Goliath groupers. I like them rod holders. Thanks, Nasty. Those are our KATCHETs. They're topped off with monster rod holders, but the rest of it's our product, the KATCHET. Check them out on our website. Everybody's just got their personal preferences when it comes to gear. That's the best thing about fishing. There's no right gear to have. There's no wrong gear to have. And some people push the limits of their gear with specialty fishing called finesse fishing. They got different line classes. They'll try to catch the biggest fish they can with the smallest line they can. And I've seen big 40, 30, 50 pound flatheads catfish caught on 4-pound test. These Big Cat Fever rods I think go for around 90 to 100. You do have the benefit of being able to potentially win up to $10,000 to $15,000 as a prize for catching a state record fish using their equipment. If you want more details on that, you can visit catchthefever.com, and they got all the rules and stipulations on it. The Muddy River Flathead rod, I believe, is $75 or $80. So is the Blue Cat rod. The Blue Cat rod is a 7/6 one-piece rod. The Flathead rod is a 7-foot one-piece rod. A lot of the boat guys prefer to, if you're fishing off a boat, a lot of the guys prefer to have one-piece rods. They're stronger than two-piece rods for sure. But that's not to say two-piece rods can't handle big fish. That 44-pound flathead I caught out of the Great Miami River in my Monster Catfish Gets Even video, I caught that on an Ugly Stick catfish rod with 30-pound slime line and a 20-pound leader. So it all depends on how you fight the fish too. I like the flathead rods. I got 2 of them now, and I need to get 2 Blue Cat rods. They're nice rods. I don't have a Blue Cat rod. Don't worry, pup. We're just switching knees here. They're all nice rods. Frank Neely loves his Rippin' Lips rod. Lena has one, and she caught a nice fish on it in one of our videos too. How much are the stands each? Big Nasty, these are $55 for the KATCHETs. They got 3 different colors. You can see them on our website again, whiskersticksfishing.com. They come with a lifetime warranty, and what you get when you order them, we ship them to you. You got the KATCHET itself with a lifetime warranty card and a label, and you get a 1/2-inch bolt that comes pre-threaded into it in case you want to keep that in there to keep dirt and stuff out of it, or even to use to just tap it in if you want to take a mallet or a sledgehammer and hit it from the top to wedge it in the ground. Some people don't like the thought of using their foot to try to push it in like I did. But it doesn't come with any boat style rod holders yet. We're working on a combo in the future. But for now, it's just the KATCHET itself. But 10% of the sales that we get goes to Heroes Outdoor Therapy. And then they use those proceeds to support the veterans. And they're all solid steel. And they come with an almost overkill, over-the-top protective paint coating. Feels so good, Mia. Feels so good. Doesn't look like we're having much luck today, guys. But yeah, as far as the rods themselves go, I think it's just more of a personal preference. You get one and you hold it and you see how it feels in your hand, see if you like it. I think the flathead rods and the Blue Cat rods got some of the most unique handle grips there is. It's a real soft, rubbery type material. It almost feels like you're holding a golf club or a tennis racket or something in your hand. It feels more sporty. You're fishy. Yep. They're really, really nice. Flathead rods are super light. Big Cat Fever rods a little bit heavier on the weight end, but they're super powerful. That's not even the heavy version. I've seen them fight Goliath groupers in the ocean. I've seen them haul in world record or close to world record Blue Cats, 141 pound, caught by Dale Lowe over in Bugs Island. I think it was Bugs Island, wasn't it? 141 pound Blue Cat. Fought it like a hoss and brought it right in. I just went over Lake Wiley. I want to go fishing. Tell Dieter I say hi. I'd like to go to Wiley. I'd settle for a 7-ounce channel cat right now. Me too. I'd settle for anything. Maybe I should have went creek fishing and caught little baby flatheads. Oh, you knocked it over, puppy. Let's see if I can. This one. There it goes. Level it out a little bit. See you, Irvin. Got about a half hour to go, guys. Cast, and then we'll let them sit until it's time to go. Why are you trying to get behind my tripod? Wiley. This is the home stretch, guys. Last chance to try to get something. I think she's wanting to try to lay in between. Mia. See if we get a bite. Sit. Good girl. Good girl. And as far as gear goes, it's all about your personal preference. It's whatever you like, whatever feels good for you, whatever gives you the most confidence, whatever you can afford even. Doesn't matter if you get everything from a flea market or Craigslist or Walmart, or if you spend $1,000 into 2 setups. It's whatever you feel comfortable using, whatever works best for you. It's not the gear that you fish with, it's how you fish and the knowledge you have when you go out. We're going to head to Lake Waco here in about 30 minutes and go catfishing. Had a heck of a rain this morning. Oh yeah. We had some rain this morning too. It was more of a gentle rain. I think that's coming our way tomorrow. We got a 100% chance of thunderstorms all day tomorrow. And the wind's been picking up throughout the day, so I'm guessing it's going to get here overnight sometime tonight. I gotta get this land clean to move on to, and then I can do some stuff. What you doing with some land, Urban? Building a house? I'm really surprised we ain't had much luck today. I thought we'd at least get a couple nibbles. What kind of videos would you like me to be able to try to do for you guys throughout the year, if you don't mind me asking? What's some things you'd be interested in seeing if I'm not able to always get out and do some fishing videos? I'd like to try to do some more nighttime stuff. I mean, this is Whisker Sticks Fishing. Our whole company's preface is about being nighttime anglers, and I'm always out streaming during the day because of my work schedule. Just to move all my crap on and maybe live a little. Where are we fishing? We are at Triple Creek in Cincinnati, Ohio. It's one of the great parks of Hamilton County, the Hamilton County Park District Park. This park's literally a fitness trail, 4 or 5 softball fields, and this little lake here. Reel repair, okay? We've got some live streams on how to clean and repair some Abu Garcia C3s, which basically covers any Abu Garcia reel ever. And I'm sure a lot of that will apply for other similar bait cast reels like Cat Max and Cast King, Min Yang. I've never touched or handled or even used a pin or an Akuma or a Shimano. Abu Garcia is pretty much all I've ever played with. So I'm pretty proficient in Abu reels. Maybe we could do a video one time just talking all about Abu Garcia reels. Some of the history of them. How many various different models there are. Some of you guys probably never have even heard of some of them. What makes them different, what makes them not so special and just rare, or more of a collector's item like the Gunner or rainbow rocket or the Shogun. There was a couple that Abby Garcia did for firefighters and police. It was a red reel and blue reel. There's all different kinds of models. Gotta reel up and go home to get ready for work. See y'all. Hope you catch a whale. I hope so too, buddy. That'd probably be more of a live stream thing though, talking about Abby Garcia's, because I got the gift of gab and I can talk forever. But as far as a cleaning one, I could do a production video on that. Especially if I can't get out and get the fishing. I want to try to come up with some other topics that pertain to fishing that doesn't involve to actually be on the water. Maybe how I like to go pick out new spots, how I go searching for them, what to try to anticipate without electronics, what to look for, and just tell you some of my experiences. Maybe it'll help you guys in your part of your neck of the woods. It's not always just what's around the water. What's outside of the water makes a big deal too. Might not be easy to tell from the camera angle, but across the lake over there, there's 2 catalpa trees, and these catalpa trees are young enough to where catalpa worms are always bred on. So in certain times of the year you can come up here and pick live catalpa worms, and you can probably get 6 or 7 dozen in one harvesting if somebody hasn't come and taken them first. So if you guys live around here, when the leaves start to sprout about mid-April, May, you can come up here and check this side out on the far side of Triple Creek by the fitness trail, the field side. The only 2 trees between the dock and the first bench are 2 catalpa trees, so you can come pick catalpa worms off of them. Bees like to hang around them trees too, so be careful not to disturb any bees. You don't want to get stung. Them catalpas will spit all over you when you try to pluck them off. They go crazy and spit that juice out at you. But it's harmless. Maybe we could do a video on catalpa worms if I get to get up here and try to pick some. Maybe not even fish, just come up here and pick some worms. Show you some alternative ways of storing them and keeping them. Some people like to keep them live, which you can do, but I'll let you know right now they poop quicker than hamsters and gerbils could ever imagine. They go through them leaves like crazy. They're a good bait for especially for channel cats. The downside to them is everything likes them. So some people like to turn them inside out when they feed them on the hook. And that sweet smell, they got a real sweet scent to them. They got a lot of juice inside them. It's like a waxworm on steroids. But everything goes after them. Turtles, bluegill, birds, fish, all species of fish like to hit them. So they're a good alternative bait. Maybe we could do a night crawler hunting video, show you how to hunt for night crawlers. Hey Tim, I forgot to tell you, I bought a blue whisker stick at the conference and the battery did not work. It's not a complaint by any means. I went and bought a new battery. Okay. I appreciate you letting me know that. We buy those batteries by the thousands. We buy everything by the thousands. We buy everything in huge bulk. Did not know if that was something you ran into. Occasionally there's duds. I mean, I don't want to unpackage them and check every one for continuity. The batteries are Unicell brand, and they're known to have a 3 to 5 year shelf life. So I That's why we buy them in huge bulks like that. They're supposed to last a very, very long time, but nobody's perfect. I mean, even the manufacturers themselves who make the batteries, sometimes errors do get slipped through. We've had occasions where somebody said their light doesn't work at all, won't light up. They've tried different brands of batteries, and they put the batteries in other lights, and it turned out the bulb and that light was just a dud. So it's just one of those things where every once in a while you're going to have a mistake. And we try to rectify the mistakes. But I appreciate you for telling me that. Did it work fine with the new battery? Hopefully it works good for you. Sucks we're not getting any bites, guys. Yeah, no problems with the new battery. That's good. Glad to hear it. Check my time here. We've got about 20 minutes left. 25% battery. I think next time I'll try to get out, if I do get to get out. We've done lots of rivers in the past. Maybe try to do some lake fishing. Maybe try to go up to maybe East Fork or even some of these other county parks like Winton Woods, Miami Whitewater Forest, Campbell's Lake Preserve. Show you guys which other places you can fish if you don't have easy access to get to certain aspects of rivers. A lot of people are handicapped, whether they're in crutches or scooters or wheelchairs. Why is that blurry? Okay. Maybe find some easier access places to fish and show you guys where to find them, how to look for them, and just go to show you that no matter what your situation is, there's plenty of areas to get out and have a good time fishing. You might not always catch 100-pound fish, but you can still get out and enjoy yourself. Doesn't matter if it's boat ramps or... Let's see if I can tilt this up a little bit. Bear with me here, guys. Tilt on it so I'm not breaking my back, and you guys can still see the rod's pretty good. I know I have a good collection of them. Maybe get out and try some, maybe do a series of handicap friendly bank fishing videos. Places like boat ramps, public parks, public river access, even crazy places like Meldal Dam, Markland Dam, Greenup Dam, all the big locked dams on the Ohio River. They've got excellent handicap access and piers to fish off of. And even if the river's flooded, looks like it's trying to tilt more. Oh no, it's just where it's loose. Okay. Even if the river's flooded up, you still, the way they have the sidewalks and access points set up, you can still have really easy time fishing them, even when it's flooded. Yeah, my swivel. I got my swivel loose so I could tilt it back. Go to some of these parks, Winton Woods, Sharon Woods, Miami Whitewater, Campbell Lake Preserve, and try to show you different places where you can catch catfish. This would be one of them. The parking lot is right over here. Check it out. There's my Malibu right there, so all I gotta do is walk across the street. There's also a parking lot right over there. There's a pier to fish from. And then there's park benches all the way around the place. And then right over there's, I don't know if you can see it. Check my screen. Yeah, there's a house over there where you can, that's where the groundskeepers hang out at to make sure everybody's staying safe. I think it would be awesome if my brother and I met up and went fishing with you. We are only a few hours from you. Come on down, man. We'll just have to set up a schedule. With the baby coming sometime this week, maybe next week. Baby's coming any day now. My fishing time's gonna have to get set to the side burner for a while. Be lucky if I get to do it on maybe some holiday weekends or something. That baby coming's gonna put a big change for a while. If we get out, and I know it's gonna be like a weekend holiday event or something, maybe we can set up a meet and greet, get a bunch of people to all come out at once and hang out. Until this puppy gets a little older and bigger and wiser and she gets more acclimated and trained better, I can get her to where she can just follow me at my feet and walk around with me. And I'll be able to take her a lot more places. Tried doing it with Bo. He's just a little too high strung sometimes. When he sees other animals, he wants to go play with them, and we never really have been able to break him from it. So I don't need him trying to chase off geese and stuff. We are tired of catching tiny cats. Maybe the next video I'll do is a demo of how you can go looking for new spots to fish, and utilizing tools like Google Maps as well as Google Earth, because they both have their own unique uses. And going out and scoping some of these places out without having to drive all over the world, and you can actually see some real-time data from some of these tools, and it'll help you check out some new places. That time I did that video for Monster Catfish Gets Even. It was my first time I was ever there. Let's see here. Checking some of the notifications. Sorry. That was the first time I was ever there. I'd never even scoped it out. I just seen it on Google Maps. It looked like a nice outside bend. I seen there was somewhere to pull off to the side of the road and park my car. And I just drove to it, not knowing that it was a huge steep embankment and almost a 90-degree drop, and I had to carry all that gear down there. When I got down there, it was nice and open, and plenty of room to walk around and have multiple people there. It was just the actual getting to it was a little tricky. But once I was there, then I had to kind of read the river and see where the slow water was, where the current was, the main channel. And then I just gave it a shot. And next thing I know, that was the only fish I caught. I got lots of bites. It was the only fish I caught, but it ended up being the biggest one I've ever caught. So you never know until you try. Are Akuma Classics good reels? I would not be able to give you a review on that. I've never used any Akuma reels ever. My wife has one spinning reel that's Akuma. I don't know what model it is. But that one is a nice reel. I mean, it's strong. It's got some good drag. Heavy reels are about the only ones I've ever really messed with. So I'm only a connoisseur when it comes to Abu Garcia reels. Swedish reels for that matter. The only ones that are Chinese that I've ever owned was the 6600 SX, which you get at Bass Pro, I think, for like $80. They're 4-bearing reels, but they got a lot more plastic insides and a totally different build inside compared to a Swedish reel. I'm not saying Abu Garcia is the best reel. I highly doubt that it is. But what I like about them is that they're easy to replace the parts on. If something does go wrong, they're cheap parts to fix. You can swap parts out between the reels. They're easy to upgrade and improve. And for me, it's almost the equivalent to having an old Ford. You can take one part out of any Ford and darn near put it in another Ford, Lincoln, or Mercury. They're all interchangeable. At least anything maybe pre-2000, 80s to 90s generations. They're all interchangeable. And the same goes for these reels. Hey Matt, or Maurice, what's up, man? I don't know why I said Matthew. How you doing, Maurice? Still no bites. Very, very slow. Not much luck. We only got a few minutes left here. Hoping we get a last minute Hail Mary. Dog's just kind of chilling and hanging out with me now. Mia. There's Mia. She's just hanging it now. Catchets out, seeing how they would hold up. Never got a fish to bite. I was wanting to show you how strong these things are. We can't get a fish to take the bait. Nobody's wanting to commit. That's what's holding us up. If it is any testament, though, Dustin Fall, the first KATCHET that was made, it was a 5/8 rod, cold rolled steel. We downed it to 1/2 inch after the fact, but he stuck that one in the ground, put a monster rod holder in it, put his Tanglewood Catfish rod in it, tied the line to his Great Dane, who's 140 pounds, and sent his son across the way. And had the dog chase off after him, and it held the dog. It wasn't like a foghorn leghorn style where the dog's chasing him. It hits the end of his rope and goes yay. But with the drag and everything factored in, it would be like a realistic fish takedown. It held it just fine. Sorry I didn't get to meet you at the Catfish conference, Maurice. I'm sorry I didn't get to meet you too. I seen you down there. I seen you walking around. I seen you in other people's videos. Yeah, I had a really hard time getting to stand out of the booth. I tried to do a walk around live stream and was using Lena's iPhone to do it. The gimbal kept falling over sideways on me, and her battery was getting low halfway through it, and then the signal died off. It was overwhelming. Oh no, God, doesn't look like we're gonna have any fun today. Well, at least you guys get to see the KATCHETs. Get to check them out, see how they look. That was my main goal today. I was gonna do a production video highlighting on the KATCHETs, but it doesn't look like it would have been a very fruitful video anyway, because I haven't caught anything. I was gonna have like 4 of these tripods set up with different cameras, and I left all my filming gear at home. I messed up at the CatCon. I bought a lot of whisker sticks, and I didn't get no decals for my boat. Jose, we got decals on the website you can purchase. We still got lots of them in stock. I believe they're $2, $3.50, and $5 for the 3 different sizes. 2.5 by 3.5, I think, is the $2, and then 3 by 5 for the medium, which is $3.50, and then the 5 by 7 is the large one. That's $5. Those decals have air release technology in them, so if you're putting them on and you get a bubble, you can just rub it out, and the air will actually release through the decal out, so you don't have to worry about pushing it all the way out. That's how they're supposed to work anyway. I've never had bubbles pop up in mine when I'm putting mine on though, so I didn't really test it. but they're advertised as air release technology. They're awesome. Thanks, man. We got, I think, 92 of these KATCHETs in stock. Might need to actually just tighten it down. You know what? I'm gonna take it off. Just do this. There we go. Let's get mobile a little bit. Hopefully that wind's not going into it. We've got 92 of these in stock. I'll tee back in my pocket. Hold this dog leash in case she tries to go anywhere. See if she's gonna follow me. You gonna hang tight, Mia? No? Nope, she's gonna follow me. Lift your paw up, silly. There we go. Show you these guys up close. So yours won't look exactly like these. They'll have the not sure what happened. Said YouTube stopped working. Anyway, it won't have this. It'll have a 1-inch handle right here instead of a 3/4. So that's the gist of it. And as you can see, it's got the nice welds. And then I got my 0.33 monster rod holders. And my Big Cat Fever rod. That's not getting any hits. I think I might be getting a bite here. Yep, we're getting a bite. Look at that. Oh yes, there's a KATCHET in action. Did you guys see that? He's still on too, I think. Oh yeah, he's on. I'm gonna try to reel down. One-handed. I might have spooked him. I spooked him. Let's see if he comes back for it. Well, we got what I came for. He's still playing. He's still there too. I might just try to lift up on it. That line's getting tight, so I know he's there. You guys see that line rising up? Oh, we got him. Oh, maybe not. I think he jumped off. Let me set this phone down real quick. Nope, he's on. He's on all right. I'm gonna stand over this thing. I'm gonna let the KATCHET hold him while I slowly pull him in. Hopefully he don't come off. He's still swimming. Well, isn't this unconventional? It's almost like he's just swimming in with me because I'm barely having to do much. Channel cat, probably. Yep, channel cat. I'm just gonna let him tug. You guys wanted to see the KATCHET in action. Beat my luck, he breaks my line. Alright, I'm gonna set this down so I can land him. Put this on a tripod. I wanna see what this dog's gonna do. Maybe I'm overconfident that he's gonna stay on there. As you guys can see, that got loud. No skunk, that's right. Now I'm trying to de-hook him before he drags my rod in the water. Alright, well, there he is. You try and get him a nice male, about 5 pounds or so. Clamp down the piss out of my thumb, can't feel my thumb. Now that was cool. It's hard to dig them in the ground. Man, that wind is whipping. You ain't kidding. That's a nice little cat for here. That's a pretty big one for this place. About, I don't know, maybe somewhere around the 5 to 7 pound range. Those channel cats, they got some tug to them. I mean, they can pull pretty darn hard. I didn't have the drag set pretty loose on that. I had drag almost tight as it'll go. I mean, he could have broke the line if he wanted to. That shows you how hard it pulled. KATCHETs can handle it. I might make a little highlight clip out of that so people can see him in action. You guys got to see it first live. We got him back. No skunk. I'm satisfied. Patience is all it takes sometimes. Yep, we kept trying different spots. We kept putting them out in different areas. Like I said, they just mosey around here with no real direction in search of bait. And technically I got to keep the bait. It's sitting on the bank over there, so I could reuse it, but unfortunately I'm out of time. And I have to get ready to get this puppy back to the house and take care of a couple things before I head to work. So I appreciate you guys watching and hanging out and sticking out this long drawn out stream with me. 2.5, 3 hours in. But we did get a fish at the end, so I might actually download this and clip it into a nice little quickie video. And we'll see what happens out of it. And my low battery thing just popped up anyway. So I'm gonna get off here and start getting things packed back up. I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for following along with us. Hope I answered all your guys' questions good. If there's anything else you want to ask, feel free to ask us later. Hope you check out the KATCHETs on our website. Thanks for subscribing if you subscribed. Make sure you follow us along for more in the future. All right? We'll talk to you guys later. Tight lines,